Erik Larsson, thank you so much for coming in to talk with us today. I personally am starstruck. I'm already blushing. You're a teen dream.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Love on Different Levels,
I
when you were
love
just
that
trapped in that
movie.
elevator.
Teen Shark Fest and Teen Shark Fest 2.
Arguably better.
Arguably
than the
better.
first.
I prefer the second one. It's one of those, like, I like the second Godfather more than the Godfather Part 1.
Right. Okay. You're one of those fans. I love that. Thank you guys for this this opportunity. Leo, Terri, you guys are so cool, and I'm the huge fan of your work.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
I'm
You don't
really
have to lie. You're such a good actor.
Oh gosh. Oh, I've been caught red-handed.
There's no way you've heard of Two Gays and an Awards podcast. Come
love
on
it.
now.
Out of the none he's heard of, we're at the top.
You're really setting a standard, for this niche.
What a wonderful transition into our first sort of talking point with you. What sort of compelled you to make this jump from these sort of teen rom-com heartthrob type projects into a more serious role like this? I mean, you were the king of, being 29 but playing 18, and eventually, you can't go back to high school, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Once you graduate, you don't go back. What a great question, and I wish I had an elaborate answer, but I was bored. Really, like that's it might sound terrible, but I think every artist reaches a point where they've got to move on. And like you said, I can't be playing these teen roles forever. I feel like I'm making the right moves in where I want to go and where I want to focus on and grow for sure. This is all about growth for me.
That's incredible. I think it is beautiful to see such a jump from you, and it's wild that you have 2 movies in theaters right now, and they couldn't be more different. A Year in Stockholm and The Blue-Eyed Boy Next Door,
In which you play the titular role.
but just like kind of one of those like fluffy rom-coms. It's interesting to see which fans pick which movie.
He's got the range, as we say on Twitter, okay? Well, what originally attracted you to this story, A Year in Stockholm?
I was such a fan of the book, man.
Oh, he reads!
Anna Marie Highsmith, I do in fact read. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like everybody else, just such a fan of when that book came out, and when I saw Antoine had jumped on board directing, and this is like their biggest project that had come out at the time. I jumped on board. Of course, I had to take the opportunity to do whatever I could to get into that door. This, the auditioning process was very different for me as well. It really stretched me, and to have booked, and landed the role, it felt like such an achievement for me, because it felt like a small self-victory where I was like, I can do this, this might sound pretentious, but I've never self-taped before, and so I coached and I worked and I fought hard for this, and to have ended up being chosen is an honor. I can't thank Antoine enough for what he's pulled out of me and Riley and everyone else in this.
Now I am curious, I don't know if you can tell us this, but Antoine's sets are kind of known for being a little high tension. He has his methods of getting his performances that he needs. Like, what was it like working with such a powerful director?
I think powerful director is such a small way to describe Antoine, because he's so passionate. He has such a personality. His vision is very specific. He pays attention to detail in a way that I haven't experienced as an actor. In collaborating with him, I have to say, like, A Year in Stockholm was a dream, really. Like, we all fell into a flow working with one another and kind of dodging the bullets together. And of course, challenges always come up when you are doing a project of this caliber, but I think we handled it so well together. It really felt like a big, tight family.
And what was it like working with Riley? I mean, you're 2 young, beautiful actors. Your chemistry in the movie is so palpable. I mean, Teen Vogue named it Hottest Embrace of the Year, which is big for them. Was there any method acting going on?
Did real sparks at all fly? I know she's with Oscar De Silva, but how was it working together in such close proximity every day?
Method acting. All respect to Oscar. I mean, Riley's beautiful. I don't think that there's anyone that can disagree with that. She's beautiful. You can't say that I didn't think about it, or and I know that my reputation precedes
That's
me.
putting it mildly.
Mildly. And I think that was part of the growth process for this experience was, really, self-discipline, I guess. But yeah,
I'm sure it helped that Oscar was on set so much, It's like when somebody's boyfriend is around, unless you're trying to get into a throuple situation, it's...
We're here for that, too.
It's a year of growth. Yeah, I mean, Oscar visited set a lot, and he would come to see Riley all the time, and I think that's what opened up, the doors for us to get to know each other and become so close. And all respect to him, Riley is like my sister. In the past, I tend to date people that I work with, but with this project in particular, that wasn't the focus. Not to say that that's my focus ever.
I mean, it sounds like you didn't have an on-set romance, but you had a bit of an on-set bromance.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we really hit it off. On Oscar's downtime, we would get the chance to go out and hang out. He's my buddy that have become close to very quickly. And Riley, she's my beautiful, beautiful sister. That's all. That's all I really could say. She's something else.
Yeah, it's very intimate, your relationship. I'm obsessed with it. I think that we need more like male on male touch. I mean, that's a whole nother podcast we could talk about. But you are definitely, I think you're giving permission to young straight guys out there to just express their love for their buddy.
Normalizing male affection is a practice we should be doing now anyway. I think there's so much toxic male masculinity in the world in regards to male friendships, and he's my buddy. We play FIFA on the weekends, and we shoot the shit. He's a cool guy. Oscar is a true homie, I would say,
So funny, I just gotta say, you said the word homie, and I just heard the word homosexual a couple of days ago, and I thought that was
homosexual.
So cute. Like, yeah,
is that like a level above bromance? Like, is that like?
I think it's like I do anything for my homies, I'm a homosexual. I just thought that was cute. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail it.
A homosexual. I mean, if that's what they're calling it nowadays.
Some people are.
Sure. Normalize male friendships, I think.
Normalize everything,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just normalize it. That's what I always say. Whenever I see something, I walk down the grocery store and I'm like, you know what we need to do? Normalize that. We need to normalize the Grove.
Yes.
We need to normalize Air One.
Especially Air One.
We need to normalize just two men on the red carpet of the Oscars together with one of their girlfriends steps ahead of them in the cattle call line,
Yeah.
So you and Oscar have evolved into this beautiful friendship basically from being together so often, but you're only part of this a year in Stockholm Family. How's that experience been working so closely with, this core group of people?
Especially on this campaign trail,
Yeah.
You shoot a movie, typically it takes 5 weeks, but now it has this whole other life to it where you spend another 3 months together trying to get some awards.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the campaign trail has been very exhausting, and my passion is in making of the movie, and then once that wraps, the work isn't done because we also want to get this film out to the right audience. So having Oscar along for the ride has been great. This is a family affair. Really, for me.
So you're absolutely no stranger to awards night.
Your mom is a nominated screenwriter. Your dad is obviously so famous, has been so many times, and both your siblings are actors. And even your dog was featured in Homeward Bound 3, which I loved as a kid.
I remember that famous picture of you being breastfed, at your first Academy Awards when you were such a little baby.
That was so brave of your mother, by the way.
Oh God, yes, I am such a mama's boy. Other than really looking forward to Riley hopefully winning, well, I'm thinking about taking my mom now, kind of returning the favor. So yeah, I think that's what I'm probably most looking forward to. Yeah.
We love a mother-son duo on the red carpet. Can we expect any sort of matching outfits like you did when you were 7? I remember you had that little floral print that kind of blended into your mom's train.
And you're getting this out of me. I'm recreating the look with my mother as an ode to the first time that we went to the Academy Awards. But no, I'm really excited for this awards season. I'm just really rooting for Riley. I have good feelings. I think she's going to win, but I don't know. I can't call it.
Thank you so much, Erik, for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, I look forward to it. I will see you guys there.
Oh, it's so good to have you both. Erik, always a treat. Leo, great to see you back at work. You know,
I think I do get my union break.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
had no. I thought you were union eligible. I didn't know you had actually joined.
It was more like the concept of, obviously there's no journalism union. It's like one of the most exploitative industries where people get paid $20 to write 500-word articles, and the magazine closes before any of them get released. You know, it's a really exploitative industry.
So how has your night been? And I'm asking either of you, actually. Leo's been off doing some fun stuff, I guess, and Erik, it looks like you're having a good time too.
I mean, I just talked to Meryl Streep, so I'm just feeling a little starstruck. I know, Erik, that's probably, she's probably your godmother or something, but...
No, I mean, I can imagine you're pretty starstruck, Leo.
It was definitely a wow moment for me.
Could have used you here, but for now, instead of Meryl, let's talk Erik Larsson.
Anyway, back to the interview.
Yeah, he's just sitting here. Erik, you predicted this. You saw Riley's win coming a mile away. How was it watching her take that award?
I am just so happy for her. Can't say I'm surprised either. I think she deserves this night. She deserves this moment. And I can imagine she's having the night of her life.
You sound so happy and calm and peaceful. We're in this turmoil of a night, and you feel like a sedative, my good friend.
Yeah, to be frank, I'm a bit glad it's over, a bit relieved. It's been a pretty grueling process, this campaign trail, and feels like
a weight's been lifted.
I can breathe.
Yep. How's Riley feeling? Are we going to get to see her soon? Have you been spending much time? I assume she's up in her room still, but it's getting kind of late. We were hoping for an outfit change or a second appearance.
I honestly don't know where she is, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's, running around with her trophy, shouting to the world. I can imagine she's enjoying herself and partying somewhere.
Yeah, we saw you coming down the elevators a little bit ago with Oscar. I just assumed you guys were maybe all, popping bottles in Riley's room or having a little family party to yourselves.
It was kind of a coincidence that we ran into each other. I went up to go see if Riley was in the room, and he was coming down. He said she wasn't, so we ended up just riding the elevator down. And I think we haven't had a moment to all get together and celebrate, so hopefully that happens at some point. But of course, this calls for a celebratory toast, so I do have a bottle waiting for all three of us.
Right, and all three of you are gonna just probably celebrate a job well done together,
Yeah, I actually meant I have a bottle for us three. We'll see if Oscar joins us. I think he is.
Well, I don't know if Leo can take another break, but I'll join you for a drink for sure.
That's great. It's funny you haven't seen Riley at all tonight. I mean, I'm sure you've spent so much time with her throughout this whole shoot and the release and the awards circuit that, you're probably just looking to relax and not see anyone for a little while.
Yeah, I'm just hanging back and watching. I'm letting her have her moment, her space, and she could be a wild card when it comes to celebrating, so I'm sure she's having a blast right now with some buddies.
Now, I know your mom was your date to the ceremony, but it looks like since then, Lori's kind of taken her place. Did mom get tired? The cougar jokes are flying around the room.
My mom has had her fair share of elbow rubbing and partying back in her prime, so she wasn't up for the after party. And Lori and I we're so close. She's one of the few people in this world I feel like I can just relax and be myself, and she's such a rock for me. So
I almost wish that your mom had left her dress for Lori to wear so that you could still be matching, you know.
I don't know if she'd be able to fill it out.
Your mom is very, very busty.
So I've been told.
So how are you celebrating the rest of the night? I know we saw you earlier with Oscar, kind of in like the VIP section, having a broy heart-to-heart. Seems like you two are celebrating together tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really celebrating with everyone. It's nice to just get a little one-on-one time with everyone from the cast, and Oscar was there for such a big part of it, so it's just a night of celebration. I don't love to drink too much at these parties, but we did get a drink together, and it's been a really nice night. I want to just relax for the rest of the night and just I can breathe, and it's finally over. So
if you're looking to relax, you can take some tips from Leo. He's been doing that all night.
I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but I guess we can talk about it after we record.
Absolutely.
Terri likes to rib me. I don't know if you have had this with any of your co-stars that you've worked with and dated, but we years and years ago hooked up, and ever since he can talk to me a little bit too familiar for my taste. It's sometimes hard to reestablish that sort of professional boundary.
Yes, and after such an unfulfilling hookup, you don't know where to go, really. Well, Erik, we'll let you get to your relaxing night of celebration. If you see Riley, please send her our way.
Oh, of course.
Thanks, Erik. So good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.